Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Amanda and today I am going to play with the Striptease, the Scrapbook Weight, and Counterfeit Kit Christmas Bingo Challenge. In this one I'm using Best Friend and Arrow. And my arrow is very loosely an arrow. And so I will try and use that one again. And so I'm just taking my branding strips. And so the prompt for this month's Striptease is to use your branding strips for letters for your title. So I'm putting my branding strips on this double-sided tape. It's from scrapbook.com. It's 4 inches wide, and I'm just going to put them in strips like this and slice them off. And then I'm going to use my only alphabet die set that I have and cut the letters out of them. So, yep. So this is how I do this kind of stuff, especially when it's itty bitty fiddly things in my, for like dies, because then they've already got the tape on the back and then I don't have to try and glue them and all sorts of things. And then this works too because I don't want them to be all just one. I want them to have some like differences in between them. So I did grab my puzzle thing, and so all my alphabet letters for this, it's a Tim Holtz die set that has those tree cookies, and so these letters are kind of fun. I think they're supposed to look like they're made of twigs, but they have some funness to them, so I do not make you watch me put it through I actually have a big kick, but for the whole bit, because I had to do, each pass was 3 times, and then I needed 4 E's, so I had to do 3 more passes, so just not to bore you. So, and then this is what I'm thinking, but then that's going to get lost, because I decided that the leftovers of this I'm going to use to mat my part of my photo, or be a layer anyway, and so then I'm like, the white I'm not liking either, but I found this Studio Calico, and I think it's called Flaked Out. And I'm going to use it because the darkness of it really contrasts well with all the brightness of the other ones. And so that works. I guess I could use that as contrasting colors too. But I'm going to try and do another layout that has that on it as well. So, whatever. It's also holiday, but I've already used Holiday Square too. So it is what it is. So this is what I'm thinking, and then so I am going to cut, like, could I have just left it with the whole thing in it? Yeah, but I'm not sure if I want to do anything else with this yet, if I wanted to put it through my machine some more, so yeah, it's all good. So this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to use some foam, and so this is craft foam, and then that 4-inch double-sided tape I'm going to use again. I'm just brandishing it on, and so there's a little bit of dimension on my page. There's not a whole lot on this one, but there's a little. And then this is just going to get tucked underneath the top. I'm just trying to get the backing off. You do have to be careful when they're in strips like this, because they do like move around. There are, unless you like overlap them, which I didn't want to, I just wanted them to be close, like edge to edge, but not overlapping, because I didn't want it to be that thick going through my big kit. That one I tore a bit, so I'm just gluing it down. I'm not going to see it anyway because it's going to get covered, but I didn't know, so this is what we're doing. Then this I'm going to slide underneath, and this is the piece that got most of the letters cut out of it, so works. And then I'm looking for some ephemera to stick on here, because I have this out, because I did Friday's layout before I did this layout. So getting this on, and so those two word bits say Picture Perfect and December, and that December I'm going to call an arrow. I think it's an arrow. It's a bannerhead arrow, but I'm calling it an arrow. And then, yes, I made mess with the glue, and it has been the week, let me tell you. My car didn't start this morning. I lost my wallet, and then I got stuck in my husband's car. And it wasn't cold or anything, it just didn't start. So I think my battery's dead, but yay. So, of the things. Is it break yet? It's got to be break. So here I'm putting on the letters, and I do like doing this, but I do have to be careful on putting them on because this is pretty sticky adhesive, and if I would get it on and it's not how I want it, it's not coming off. Not very easily anyway. So I'm going to spell out my title as Reindeer Games because my youngest is wearing reindeer ears and she's with her best doggy friend, our doggy. So I thought, why not? So that's the best friend square that I am crossing off. I could have crossed it off for some of the layouts that I've done this month that my husband were in because he is definitely my best friend, but I didn't. So I chose my kids, which is funny because I do more scrapbooking of my kids than I do my husband, so I should have done the other square, but whatever. And then games is going on, and then I misplaced the fourth E, so I'm going to get the S on, and then the backing there is for the E, and then I'm like, I can't find it, whatever, I have all these, I can do another one. So I'm just figuring out where I want it to go. And then you can see me do it the one time. In this way, that way, this way, that way. And there we go. Yay. And then I just have a needle that's poking them out because they stay in these pretty, even when there's not the sticky backing on them, they stay in there pretty well. And I just went on the fly, I guess, for the title, for like lining it up, and it lines up so well. I'm so proud of myself. That is something I don't usually do very well. And then I'm just pulling out some ephemera. These are both from Hip Kit Club. And so the one that's in my tray is Big Chill from many, many years ago. And then the one I'm playing with right now is Merry Everything. So both are ephemera packs, and I thought, why not get some more stuff on here? Just a little bit. So this one's going to go up there. This TV on it says Merry Christmas, so I thought that would be kind of cute. Because, I don't know, because I thought so. And then the two trees from the Big Chill are going to get on here. The candy cane came from Merry Everything, and I think the two snowflakes came from Big Chill. So a little bit of both on there. And then I decided I needed to switch out the snowflakes, but I already glued the other one. So, well. Not a big deal. On it goes. I do like this darker green color that I put on. It's kind of like, I don't know. I wouldn't call it teal, but it's not like hunter either. It's a darker. Obviously, you can see it. I like how it contrasts with the brightness of the other stuff that I chose. So that makes me happy. So deciding where that goes, it's up on foam dots. And then, so the thing that gives a little bit of dimension to the layout is the photo and that TV. And then I'm going to add some enamel dots. I thought about rhinestones, but rhinestones will come up on my Friday layout. And so I am going to use these enamel dots, and I'm just going to use the whole strip. And these are more gray than white. They kind of have like a greeny gray hue to them. And then these three I'm going to move into that spot that's open. And I am going to call that page done. Yay! If you look at those letters, aren't they cute? And they stand out really well on the dark. And there's close up for it. There's other still shots here to follow. If you enjoyed my layout today, I would really appreciate the thumbs up. If you're new to me, I would love it if you subscribed. And if you feel the desire, I always respond to comments, so that would be great. I will also link all the blog posts and playlists below. Thank you so much for being here today. Have yourself a wonderful day.